Are you stuck in the twin flame waiting game and feeling like your journey has hit a frustrating pause? You're not alone if anticipation has turned into stagnation. This video will unveil why you're feeling this way and how to take actionable steps forward in order to move into your twin flame union and everything else that your heart desires.
We're Adam and Brianne. We're twin flames in harmonious union. Yeah, we'll be unpacking why so many twin flame couples are hitting like a wall after their initial connection.
Mhm. If you're watching this video, you've probably already experienced the initial connection. What do they call it? The bubble phase.
Okay.
The bubble phase where you first have met your twin flame. There's a beautiful love, romance, connection going on between the two of you. And then, bam, you hit a wall. And when you hit this wall, you're either going to experience being ghosted by your twin flame, maybe the runner chaser dynamic. Maybe your twin flame did something even as painful as running into another's arms. We call that third party situations, karmics, false twin flames, things like that. And the reason that these things happen are because if you don't understand that the twin flame journey is a healing journey in nature at the core, then you may have experienced romantic relationships prior to meeting your twin flame, but we all know that the twin flame connection is out of this world. It's something, it's like a profound love. And you know when you met your twin flame. And it's going to trigger a lot of things inside the both of you in places where you've not been truly loved before. And those triggers can cause kind of like an explosion in the union. And it doesn't mean that that explosion is because the two of you, you're never going to be together again. It just means that there's all of these triggers, hurts, wounds that are arising between the two of you. And it gets incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it seems like the longer you go, it seems like the bigger it grows. Like the distance, the issues, the hurt, right? So, and if you don't have the right tools or support, it's going to be hard to, figure out how to deal with this. Like we know, like in our union, that we would not be together if we didn't have any tools or support, because like it's really difficult when you don't understand really what's going on and kind of like you're moving through all of those hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's where twin flames get stuck is you meet, you have that beautiful bubble phase, and then you hit the wall, and then you're like, okay, now what do we do? And oftentimes what twin flames attempt to do, and we did this too, is everything that you've learned in the world of relationships, you start trying to apply that to your twin flame connection.
Does not work.
It absolutely does not work. I tried this and my twin flame only got further away from me because it was me being inauthentic and essentially like trying to, you know, play out patterns and things like that, things that had worked in regular relationships, but don't work with your twin flame because you have to heal. And if you don't know that, if you don't know that you're on a healing journey when you meet your twin flame, you're going to feel stuck and you're going to start waiting and or fall into the trap of waiting. And you might be like, well, they've said some hurtful things to me. They were really a jerk. So they owe me an apology.
They have to heal.
They have to heal
Yeah.
and they have to come back and right their wrong. Because your twin flame essentially is you in another body. If you fall into the trap of waiting and thinking that they got to come around and fix the situation, well, they're going to be thinking that too. They're going to be like waiting. Some common things here is like, let's say if your twin flame ends up in a third party situation, let's say they met or you met, and then they've ran away and they've ended up with someone else. Well, that often comes from fear of true love and intimacy. And with you being their twin flame, you can look within yourself to see, do you have a fear of true love and intimacy? And a core wound that me and Adam healed prior to harmonious twin flame union was a fear of abandonment. We've talked about this many times on our channel. And on the back side of that, before the healing work is done, we pushed love away. If you fear being abandoned by true love, well, you're going to be like, I don't want true love. And you won't even think that. It will just be a subconscious pattern or belief that's playing out. And that's really where your twin flame is inviting you to go, is to go into those subconscious patterns that you don't even know are there. And so it's not that your twin flame is out to get you and you're not out to get them. You're just awakening to the fact that you're on a healing journey and you cannot function and operate in your twin flame union in the way that you have in other relationships. And you also, you know, can't really go back after you've met your twin flame, because once you know what you know and that you have a one true love, no other love will do, because your one true love it's like the thing for you.
And it's not going to stay in that tumultuous stage, right? Like
Hmm.
where there's all that hurt. Like, and they're not getting away with anything if you're healing or, if you're kind of like looking at your side of it, or if you feel like they're just doing something to you. It's just, yeah, like these, tools and these things, they're not to like blame yourself or anything like that, but it's just kind of like looking within to see what's going on. Since you are one person, one consciousness, that can also be a bit like difficult to understand. Like we kind of know it, right? But then, we've lived together and been married for going on 6 years. So we
Hmm.
have this like up close and personal, experience with it. So I feel like, yeah, this is basically just me in another body walking around, and it's pretty wild sometimes,
Yeah.
So it is when you heal something within, you will see that shift in the person, right? And they also get triggered by you. So, the
Hmm.
other way
Fun one-way
around.
street.
Exactly,
Exactly.
right? So it's not like you can't apply normal relationship rules to this relationship at all. It's, yeah, gotta heal.
Hmm.
And if you can't see these things yet, that's kind of like, but I don't feel like I'm scared of true love. I want it and all these things. Like maybe you have like just a lot of layers of hurt over there, anger, sadness that needs to be felt through to kind of like, get to the truth here. And that's when we heal, we have clarity on things that's going on beneath the surface.
Hmm.
So can't get away from the healing.
Right.
Mm.
And that's really what, the action steps that we were speaking to is we use the mirror exercise in our union. We healed physical separation with it, and we still heal today, even being in harmonious twin flame union. We still trigger one another.
Mhm.
We get into those fights and arguments. And the instant that we love ourselves and, whichever one of us is triggered, is the same instant that, like let's say if I'm trying to get attention or love or something like that from Adam, once I just give that to myself, then Adam instantly mirrors that and reflects that back to me. And that's the power that you have in your union. And so, there's no control, there's no anything like that. It's literally just you love yourself. And because your twin flame is you attract that love into your life, and it's reciprocated by your twin flame. And really, you don't have to. This is to show you that you don't have to sit in that waiting period. Because if you are waiting, yeah, your twin flame's going to be waiting as well, and that's an uncomfortable place to be in. And you can ask yourself right now, well, how do I feel about my twin flame? And your feeling is going to indicate to you the next step. Let's say if they're not talking to you, well, then you're probably upset that they're not talking to you. And that's not okay. It's very normal and natural to be sitting and living life purpose and creating a life with your twin flame, like what we're doing right now. This is very normal, and this is for you too. And if that's not your experience, it just means that there's something in need of healing. And you don't have to wait. The healing can happen right now. And you just look to your union to see how do you feel about it, and you love yourself and whatever comes up. And, the mirror exercise is in this book, Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover. It teaches you how to use it and apply it and heal separation. We'll also drop our mirror exercise video in the description box below, so you have all of the resources to help you move forward in your journey.
Yeah, so you're never stuck. There's always the next step. So, and this is just, getting clear on what is next, which is the feeling. So if you're feeling you're stagnating or stuck, like that's not your end all be all. You can
Mm-mm.
get out of that. So, yeah, just find the feeling and go from there. Always the next step.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.